Morning guys, Dave, Rolling Springs Ranch. Well, today we're going to be talking about the Kraken polyurethane 2-part foam. We are going to be starting on insulation under the cabin. As you can see in my background, there is heavy frost out back. So when there's heavy frost out back, we definitely feel it on our feet. So I thought I would order the 12-pack of spray foam, and so what we're going to do, see what's in this box. So it comes with 1 can of foam cleaner for the gun, safety glasses, which are important, especially I will be laying on my back and kind of crawling around. Now I got this off Amazon. There's a couple other companies out there that sell the same product. I decided to go with the Kraken brand, being that it was a name brand. I watched a few videos on it. It seemed like it was something that would work for my application. I think all in all, 12 cans of the gun, the cleaner, came to like $260. So it's really not that bad. 12 cans supposedly does 240 board feet. It's pretty much a square foot at 1 inch thick. That's what they consider a board foot. So definitely gonna need a lot more cans, but at least what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go around the perimeter where the walls and everything meet, to keep the air from seeping through. You know, you're in the kitchen, you can feel the air coming underneath the cabinets and so forth. At that point, we'll start branching and eventually make it to the middle for completion. So let's see what we got here. Apologize, it's a little heavy. So, just like any other insulation, every inch is about, they say 7, an R7. I think they specify it's 5.5 or 5.6. So, to shoot an inch, I mean, I'll probably end up doing 2 inches. Give it an R14. Overall, our house is pretty efficient, I guess. But like I say, the floor is pretty cold, and if you're not wearing slippers or socks, you are definitely taking the chance of being frostbitten. So. Alright, so again, I decided to go with the individual cans. I researched for a while, thinking what was the best insulation to put underneath the house. You have the pink stuff, your basic Pink Panther is what they would say. Very reasonable in price. Probably could have done the whole underside, which is, this is a 1,200 square foot house. Pretty reasonable. The issue with that being rodents. Rodents would tear that up. I didn't feel like putting it up there, stapling everything, squirrels, whatever. 2, I looked at rock wool. The price of rock wool is an organic material, and just the cost of that, I just didn't feel like, there's a lot of runners and stringers under there. I just didn't feel like cutting it all out and having air gaps and stuff like that. 3, I looked at the frost packs. I looked at the big frost pack 600s. Dump the money once and get it over with. The issue with that being, I gotta crawl around under there. The hose length of those is very short. It's not a 2-man job under there. It's for one person to move the tanks and everything like that. It didn't. Looking at reviews, stopping for extended periods of time, what's that going to cost me? Is it going to jam up the gun? Is it going to cause frustration? Blah blah blah. These individual cans I thought would be best. I take a couple cans under there with me, have them ready to go, and just kind of move at my own pace. They spray according to videos that I watched on their website. You know, spray at a reasonable rate of speed, and I feel that, you know, being on my back, I can move to the next section, and everything is just going to gradually work out just fine. So that's why I went with it. And they're also, you know, disposable, easy to get rid of, and so forth. So here they are. Here, there's 12 of these. It says it covers up to 20 board feet. R value 5.6. So I was close when I said that. Each one comes with a nozzle, a vertical spray, horizontal spray. You know, I brought this in. They were sitting in a cool location, I guess. So I just brought them in to kind of warm things back up. Not going to be the warmest day today. It's going to be only probably just making 50 degrees, which is probably minimum for their application. But we are in winter, and we take the days that we can run with. So no rain today, full sun, so it should be good to go. We'll get suited up, and we'll show you the underside. All right, so now we got it warmed up outside, and we're getting ready to prep to do the underside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a bug sprayer and lightly mist, not saturate, but just mist the underside where the spray foam is gonna meet. That helps the curing process and the expansion process. So I'll show you what it looks like under here, and then I'll get under here. So you can see this is the area that we're gonna accomplish. I think I'm gonna try to make it on this side of the beam, and then work my way all the way down on both sides and around. So I have 2 cans stashed in my coveralls. I have the other cans sitting here in the window, trying to keep everything warm. You know, everything likes a little warmth. So, well, let's get to it. Stand by.
Yeah. All right, so we're suiting up now. Can I have a can, please? All right, so we got a vertical and a horizontal nozzle. Looking at it, can't tell which one is which. Can't tell. It's hard to tell.
We figured out the tip that we needed. Directions are kind of minimal unless I overlooked it somewhere. So
The only other thing that we got to figure out is trigger adjustment. You know, screw it in, less trigger. Open it up, the more material to deliver. So I guess we're going to give this thing a shake, shaking well before use, and then pop the cap off. We'll screw it on, and then we'll crawl underneath there and see what happens. Hopefully all goes well. We don't get dirty, messy, which, you know, is probably to be expected. But anyway, all right, stand by. All right, so we got the tip figured out. They come with 2 tips, one to spray up and one to spray horizontal spray pattern, and that's what we're looking for, is the horizontal once I'm under there. Trigger application, it's got an adjustment for less material, more material. So I don't know what to expect, so I'm just gonna put it in the middle. We shook the can up, we are ready to rock and roll. We pulled the top off. Now I'm using their gloves. I've used this product, the 2-part polyurethane expansion foam, on different applications. Once it gets on you, it is sticky and it stays. So they supply the free gloves with every can and new nozzles. So let's get to it. Let's go under. Well, I guess there are instructions. Reading the cans, obviously there's a 8-step process, and I overlooked it. So now I know what the tips do. And actually, I'm glad I read it again, because we installed the wrong tip. When we're under there, we need this tip to shoot up. So the can's sitting like this, and we're going to shoot up this direction. That's for ceilings, which pretty much, even though it's the bottom of the floor, it's still considered, you know, shooting like a ceiling. So we're going to change the tip. We're going to screw this on, and then we're going to get to it. All right, put our gloves back on. These old plastics. But hey. All right, so we shook the can, we took the top off, we put our nozzle on. It says to shoot X amount of inches away. Gun is loaded. Time to go under.
Well, are we ready? Ready?
Yep. You have to be farther away.
Well, I can't fucking get in there, okay?
Well, we just finished up. Shot 12 cans under there. On a scale of 1 to 10 for difficulty, I would probably say we were a solid 8. Given the height of the can and the gun and stuff like that, it was hard to shoot directly under there and get an even coverage. Probably going to go to plan B. This is just going to be too cost effective. It's coming out sloppy and the coverage is uneven. So let me show you, let me see if I can get under there. Show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I was trying to seal this off all the way around the house. You know, even though I got 30 inches under here, I don't know what the gun and container height is, but it just wasn't fun. You really had to move. Setup dry time wasn't too bad, but maneuverability, and I probably won't be doing this again on the underside. So if I was doing interior walls, that might be a different thing. I would have a little bit more control over spray and so forth. But I mean, as far as the product, cleaning the gun, stuff like that, yeah, it's a great idea. At first I thought it was fit for our application. And this one, I'm going to say it's a fail. So not to the product, but to the application. So until next time, click like and subscribe. Dave, Rolling Springs Ranch.